Well, I'll be damned. Miracles never cease to amaze me. All right, there we go. So we're making a little video today for y'all. I decided I'm gonna cook Mexican food today. You know what Mexican food is? Every damn thing a Mexican eats is Mexican food, motherfucker. Sorry, that hurt your feelings. Well, anyway, don't care. Now if I can just figure out how to get my pico de gallo. Chopped vegetables, basically. Onions, tomatoes. So what I'm doing today is I got a pound of hamburger meat. Now y'all can hear me, but you probably can't see me. Probably a good thing. So I've been told, yes. So, pound of hamburger meat. Some rice. Now my hamburger meat has cumin, New Mexico chili peppers. Cut that fire down a bit. Hamburger's brown. Put cumin, New Mexico chili pepper, paprika, and chili powder, paprika, cumin, and cayenne pepper. Yes. One cat. Got both of my daughter's cats in here and they're kind of crazy. So, hamburger meat, otherwise known as carne de res in Spanish. So I browned the meat, put all the spices on there, a little bit of oil, just a little. I don't want it to be too greasy and runny. So I'm cooking some rice. So I'm stoving out. About 10 minutes from now it'll be done. Bought a can of ranch style beans and some pico de gallo. Well, once the rice and beans are ready, I got some burrito-sized tortillas. Get out of there. Don't even think about it, cat. And I put them on low on the stove in my old cast iron skillet. Get your ass out of there, you sorry ass cat. Get out, get out, get out. For some reason they just love to go in that room and put hair everywhere. So anyway, meat's done. Just gonna let it keep warming. Got the tortillas, flour tortillas that is. Woo, they're hot, but they're still soft. I'm gonna have to cut that down to the lowest setting I can get. Stir my rice, the beans are already warmed up. Good looking stuff. So I'm gonna make my own little burritos today. Make a couple of adult malted beverages. Play with my guitar. It's a long 60-hour work week. It is what it is. God gives you what He gives you when you get it. Be thankful. You can pay that bill you don't even know you got coming. So I'm progressing in my activities aimed at going to the Philippines next April. I may have to put that off for May or June when my daughter, who will be 15 at the time, almost 16, comes back to the States from the Philippines. Her and her mother's going in July. She's going to attend her first year of high school there. We'll get a Veterans SSR visa. I'm going to have to get the broom hole with the gas. They just want to be wild children this morning. With the air conditioner now, it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit today. I don't know what that is. Celsius. Don't really feel like looking it up right now. It's going to be around 35 to 37 degrees Celsius. So it's a warm day. And, like I said, I got to keep swatting these damn cats to these girls with a broom to keep them acting right. They get the house opened up, they think they got to go lay on top of my bed and my chairs and everything else instead of the spaces provided specifically for them. So I'm cooking. I'm going to eat well. My oldest daughter took my car without permission last night. Went to 50 miles away to her boyfriend's house. Spent the night. Got up. Drug her butt into work this morning. Was late. 30 minutes. Good way to get fired. But she's 23. She's going to have to learn the hard way. Your job is not about bending your will to others. It's about, they say, we're going to make an agreement. You do these things for me and I'll give you money. That's what a job's about. You ain't got to like it. You got to do it. So those of us who can find alternate means of getting money to pay your simple bills and keep life simple. Don't buy stuff you don't need. All the keeping up with the Joneses you can do in your whole life isn't going to do you a damn bit of good when you're dead. There's no shopping malls in heaven or hell, depending on the way you treat others. What are you doing, you yellow cat? Come here. Stupid ass. But we're going to eat good today. We're going to drink some adult malted beverage. We're going to play with our guitar. So, since I'm super tired today, haven't really done a lot. I've made my bed up as usual. Washed all the dishes, cleaned the bathroom. The house is okay. I wish I could say that about my two daughters' room. They can be there 10 minutes and it looks like a tornado came through and destroyed the whole room after I spent a week cleaning it up. So I've set up my overseas bank accounts. I've got two good banks that allow you to do transfers and stuff to alternative means of payment overseas. I've set up everything for Social Security. I've got to go do the paperwork for my youngest daughter so they can pay the child support for me and insurance. Stirring. That looks good right there. I told you what, man. So, got to tell a joke today. I just heard it. I thought it was pretty cool. I forgot about it. I probably saw it when I was in my teens. Woo, that's hot. And like him. The old Buddy Hackett, he was with Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon on the Tonight Show. Way back in the day. So there's this guy from the city. He's out of the country, duck hunting. And he shoots this duck, and the duck continues on its flight path, lands on top of the barn, rolls off into the yard of this old farmer. So he just wondered, well, dang, I'd really like to take that duck home and have it with the family for Thanksgiving. So he ponders it for a while, and he just decides to climb the fence, and he's walking over, about to pick the duck up, and this great big old farmer, probably damn near 7 foot tall, maybe 300 pounds, solid muscle, walks out his back door and says, "What you doing on my property, boy?" "Well, sir, I'm out here hunting and I shot a duck and it accidentally fell in your yard." He said, "Son, whatever's on my property belongs to me. And that's my duck. I want to take it in and cook it." "Well, sir, it's not really fair that I bought the license, came up, paid a hunting lease, and shot a duck, and now I can't have it." And the old farmer says, doesn't matter. So my property belongs to me. He said, where are you from, boy? He said, well, I'm from New York City, sir. He said, well, we can settle this the city way and going to court and talking to a judge and got a bunch of lawyers involved and we can settle it the country way. So, well, what's the country way? Well, we'll kick each other in the nuts and whoever can get up off the ground and survive, that's who gets the duck. The old boy said, thought about it for a while, and he said, okay, let's settle it that way. I'd rather do that than have a bunch of lawyers and judges involved. So, farmer said, well, since it's my property, I think I'm going to go first. So that old big old boy just rears back, kicks him in the nuts as hard as he can. He rolls up on the ground, he's screaming, hollering, carrying on, and boy, it hurt like hell. He over there. After 30 minutes, he was able to get up off the ground and walk around. So, well, I guess it's my turn now. And the old farmer just looks at him and says, nah, you can have the damn duck. I don't care. But yeah, we're cooking and eating today. We're just going to relax. First day off in 7 days. Like I said, we're worked my 60 hours this week. Living good in the neighborhood. Get to Friday, you kind of wore out, so all you want to do is just sit around and relax a little bit before you have to move on to the next phase of whatever it is you're doing. Woo! Tortillas are hot. Still getting soft though. Rice is almost done. Another couple, 3 minutes, it'll be done. I'm lazy today. I don't feel like bringing my camera over. We're just going to talk to you and tell you what we're doing. So I get done cooking and eating. I'm going to do one or two things. I ain't quite sure yet. Probably going to eat, lay down for a couple minutes, and ain't even eating. I feel full. Goodness. But yeah, let me tell you about this old story from the Army. Way back in the day when I was in there, they still had these things from World War II. They called them Bailey Bridges. And we're going to build this Bailey Bridge over the Fulda River. Excuse me. Well, where we were at in Germany at the time, just during the Cold War and the Iron Curtain and all that stuff, still had the fences, but they were only in town. Get out of city limits, had just a little park post, round top park post with cable runs on. But the river was, I'd call it a really big creek at that time. It wasn't swampy or anything. It was a good little gully, water flowing constantly out of the mountains, the Rhone Mountains there in middle Germany. Beautiful area actually. Mostly flat, a few hills here and there. The Rhone Mountains. And so we had to go all the way to Bremerhaven, Germany, which is on the North Sea coast, and haul it halfway down the country. That's, oh my God, that's a hell of a trip, let me tell you. So in 3 days, I made 3 trips up to the coast and back down to the Fulda River. I was wore out. I'd been up for 3 days. Sorry ass sergeant beside me sleeping. I was taking no-dose pills and drinking coffee like a fish. Stayed awake though. Made it. So we finally get the last load there on the Fulda River. And they said, well, we're gonna sleep and guard our position tonight, and we'll worry about building the bridge in the morning. I was like, hallelujah, I need some sleep. They said, well, since you've been driving for 3 days, we're going to give you a break and let you take the last guard duty. And then we'll worry about everything tomorrow morning to build the bridge. Well, I Had a bunch of camouflage nets on the back of my big old 5-ton dump truck. And that's 5 tons off the road. On the road it could carry about 10. Old truck out of Vietnam, it was so wore out, man, I tell you what. I don't know how the thing kept running. But it had been blown up in Vietnam, and they brought it back to the States, rebuilt the whole thing. They put a Cummins motor in there, which is a common commercial motor here in the States for semi-trucks. Or as they call them in Philippines, it's a trailer. You're driving a trailer. That's a trailer tractor combo. Oh, by the way, let me cut the light on so you can see it. There's my meal for the day. Beef, rice, beans, pico de gallo. Yummy. Take a little bit of salt, sprinkle on top of those fresh tomatoes, onions, peppers, pico. Makes the flavor pop a little bit. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know. Wrap it up. So anyway, man, I passed out. I was laying on top of a folded up camouflage net in the back of that truck. I don't remember even laying down. That's how tired I was. Well, sunlight burns my face and wakes me up the next morning. And I'm on the ground laying on top of a camouflage net. So I said, what the F? I kind of remember climbing in the back of the truck last night going to sleep. I said, yeah, when it come time for your guard duty, we couldn't wake you up. So a bunch of us went up in the truck and just threw you out on the ground, and you still didn't wake up. We said, well, guess he's tired. So they let me sleep till daylight. So we set everything up. We're ready to go. Ready to build the bridge. We had our sorry old sea rations. We start building this bridge. Well, there's this big high-ranking officer. He flies in a helicopter on a little hill above where we're building the bridge, and he's all puffed up like a damn peacock. And we get down the road and building that bridge, and we're almost ready to push it across the river. You got to build 3/5 of the bridge on land and then push it across the river onto rollers on the other bank. Let it set down, anchor everything down on both sides, and continue pushing it until you get a quarter on one bank, a quarter on the other bank, and then the other half of the bridge is above the water. Well, they put me on a crew called the panel crew. Well, it's all pinned together with steel pins, and there's side panels, and there's I-beams, steel I-beams that they bolt to the panels to connect everything and to make it structurally stronger. And then there's slots you can put planking on, wood planking, and it ties everything together. Well, we're about halfway through. We're about ready to push it. Some of the guys stumbled and they dropped their side of the panel. And my old buddy from Florida, who had lived in Canada before that, when everybody dropped the panel, it kind of clipped his ankle. So he's screaming, hollering, cussing, carrying on. He goes over, unstrapping his boot, calling everybody all kind of names. And the old colonel runs down there. He sprayed. One of his men got hurt. Men he's never seen before. Son, are you okay? Yes, sir, I'm okay. Said, which one is it? Well, they pointed at the panel and said, I think it was that one over there, sir. Instead of which ankle. So that one. I looked at him and said, damn, boy, I didn't know you were that fucking dumb. Though he completed the mission, though, he was okay. No serious injuries or anything. Guess what we had to do when we tore the bridge back? We put the bridge over the river, drove the truck over it, drove it back around, over the bridge, pulled it back, tore it all to pieces, and took it back to the northern coast of Germany. Why are you staring at me, cat? You got fed at daylight. You just got a treat. Pretty good stuff, guys. And had a lot of good times. Life's been interesting, I can tell you that. 65 years goes a lot faster than you think it will. But when you're in the moment living it, some moments feel very, very, very long, but they really aren't. You'll look back on that memory and you'll feel like it was last month or 6 months ago, and you realize it's been 20, 30, 40 years. So, holy cow, man, what happened? Good. Oh, wow. Anyway, tomorrow, the 9 will take the girl back over 50 miles to her boyfriend's house. Like I keep telling y'all. My 2 daughters are half Filipino, half American. And they're getting better. It's just taking a while, trying to get their life in order, trying to figure out how to be an adult. And there ain't one path for everybody. Everybody's got a little bit different path how they get there. It's just important they get there. Good stuff. And that's all I want to tell you. Develop a moral code in your life. Stick to it all your life. At least people know where you're coming from. Don't accept being abused by anyone. That's just, it's a worthless waste of time. Don't waste your time. Either people treat you right or they don't. And you got to put it on them. You can't stand back and let them be a punching bag. You got to put it on people that don't treat you right. And you'll do these things. Keep your morals. Have your ethics. Always stick to them. Be loyal. Be faithful. Be conservative with your funds. Don't buy a bunch of stuff just to pack it off in the back room somewhere, because that just meant you just wasted money you didn't really ever consider needing. No. Nope. Mal me, boy. I said no, and that means no. See what I mean? Just like children. I see you eyeballing my bed. You ain't gonna go up here and shed all over my damn bed, boy. Not happening. You don't go outside, I'll leave you out there until you're 100 years old. Anyway. Be a serious person. With your work and your money. Have fun with your wife, your kids, your husband, your family outside that little group there. When they're playing the drums back in the province, boys and girls, and there's a little bit of a little homemade hooch. Take you one drink. And when the party's all over, go inside with your old lady
hug up on that stuff, you know what I mean. I ain't got to tell you, that's a good part of life, man. Dancing up, I call it bullfighter dance. I don't know what they call it local. I'm sure they got a name for it. Yeah. Drums are playing. The homemade hooch is passing. You dancing, you having a good time, you laughing and cutting up, enjoying your life. Because you only got one. You don't be an old stick in the mud. And that's what you're going to get. Cat again. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. We'll let you have a little bit of freedom. You try to take advantage of it. See how you are, kid? So that's my advice for you. In your finances and your job, be a very serious person. It don't mean you can't cut up and joke. While you're working, don't stop, tell a joke, and then go back to work. Keep on working if you can't do two things at once. Lord have mercy on you. But when the work is all over and the day is done, now it's time to have a good time. Help your kids with their homework, whatever you got to do. But you're also having fun with them. You're getting to spend time with them. Because you don't know how long you're going to live, so you better get the best of the two worlds. Help them, teach them, while you're having fun. If a serious matter comes up, let's say somebody come up to your house trying to start trouble. I mean real trouble, not gossiping, just arguing at you because they want to feel like you're more important than you. I'm talking about a threat. Don't waste 1 second, pick up a baseball bat, knock their damn knees out, tell them they don't crawl back to their own house and fall out drunk in their own bed and leave you the hell alone. Life ain't gonna be no better. You got to lay the law down with folks outside your house. This is my house, my family's house. You're not gonna invade our peace and start chaos, and that just ain't gonna happen. Isn't that right, Cat? Come here, orange boy. Oh, golly. Are you sure you're not half dog? You're a fat ass. Orange boy. Yeah, I know it. You're gonna try to bite me. Ow! Wow, wow, wow. Them claws on that bare skin don't feel good at all. You old fart. Yeah. Come on. Anyway, y'all be good. Y'all enjoy this life, man. You only got this one. It's all a mixture. Happy, sad, hard work, good time, partying, playing with mama. Traveling a little bit, letting them see things, letting them enjoy stuff. Go to an amusement park. I don't care if you ain't got $10 left when you get back. That's $10 more. So what? As long as your bills are paid and you got food to eat and a roof over your head, those little trips, those little common trips you can take, swim pools, amusement parks, the beach, the mountains. Go see something you had never seen before. That's what's going to make a difference in your life. And don't forget, it's all about you, your spouse, and your kids. Everybody else comes second. If they don't, your mind's in the wrong place and you ain't going to have it. You might as well live alone then. If your family that lives in your home isn't your most important goal, you're not going to have a good life. Anyway, y'all enjoy the weekend. I am. Like I said, I got some adult malted beverage and some good burritos that I cooked myself. Tomorrow's a work day. I got to go to my sister's house and teach her how to ride a zero-turn lawnmower that her old man got a few years back. Oh my goodness. How hard is it to pull one this way and one that way? If you don't know, you don't know. That's all there is to life. What you don't know until you don't know, until you know that you don't know. Something like that. Anyway, it's better to know what you don't know than to know things you really don't know. And a partridge in a pear tree. Anyway, I'm done with my little joke video today. Just talking, having a good time, playing with the cats, cooking a little meal, waiting on the girl to get back from work. So anyway, I hope y'all all have a nice weekend. That you can relax a little bit as long as you got clothes on your back, food in your belly, and a roof over your head. You got it made. Talk to you later. Bye bye.